Welcome, everyone. My name is Sean. This is Sean. If you're watching this, you're probably already familiar with the fact that we host a show called the Dewey Podmonster podcast. We talk about consumption, and we've been thinking for, year, 2 years now, trying to find a
Something
way
like
to,
that.
for a while, trying to find a way to bring you more content. One of the things we've always wanted to do is not just stick on movies or any type of movie. We wanted to talk about things like food, music, beer, etc. So today we're introducing, showing one of our first STS episodes, which we're using the shorthand for shoot the shit. Apparently shoot the shit is not good for churches or whatever. I don't care.
YouTube already hates us, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
honestly.
we're not going to make money anyway. So anyway, today we're over here at Ascension Brewing in Novi. This is a brewery that we're both pretty fond of. I'm sure we've both been coming here since the day they've opened. We got a sprawl of beers. We got a Ambrosia. We're good. Yeah, we're good. You can interrupt us. We're fine. So,
That's okay. You're good.
so I got an Ambrosia, which is a fruited sour ale, which originally was released as a collaboration with City Built Brewing, which is out in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We have a Gorilla Juice Cookie Brunch, which is their... I'm not sure this one specifically is barrel aged.
It's 16%
that way.
I'm going to guess that it's probably barrel aged.
It tastes good. And Sean has a Libre Mexican style lager. We're big fans of the Mexican style lagers.
For August weather. So this is like a free flow conversation.
Yes.
We won't necessarily be addressing you ever.
Just like before.
Yeah. So consider this to be like a bonus kind of podcast episode where we just talk about whatever comes up. And the idea is to be minimally edited, and this won't sound as good as what we normally do, or it'll look better than what we normally do because we don't normally put out video.
That's true. Although I don't know, maybe we will have animations.
Maybe we will put video out at some point.
Maybe we fucking will. So,
Surprise.
are we doing a full episode here, or are we just gonna...
We're just shooting the shit, man.
We're just shooting the
We're
shit.
going where the conversation takes us.
That's how it is. So yeah, I like the fact that Justin Timberlake and Conor McGregor don't have driver's licenses anymore. That's kind of cool. They both lost them this week. I already broke.
Is it safe
Sean.
to say that I don't care about either one?
We're 2 minutes
this
into
shit?
this fucking thing, and I've already broke Sean.
I'm not broken. I just don't know if I care.
You shouldn't care because
Well,
they
there
both
you go.
suck. So
Conor McGregor, I don't care. Justin Timberlake, no bearing on my life.
yeah, well, I like that I have something that they don't. So.
For once in your life.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a beer belly, and neither of them have that too. So I have two things that they don't.
Yeah, we don't have to have topics.
No.
We're just shooting shit.
What are you bidding on eBay?
Shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much buying them out because we had a little discussion about like bid sniping, essentially, and
Well, I'm already way deeper down the shoe
Oh, yeah.
rabbit hole than you are. so
absolutely. Yeah, you're the expert.
I'm the one dragging you into this bullshit. So, but yeah, I'm weaning you off the Vans tit, which is probably a bad thing for your wallet, but a good thing for your feet.
I don't have any problem with the shoes. They're super comfortable for me.
Vans in general are?
Yeah.
I disagree, but
Well, that's for you. I mean, that's your foot.
it's fair. So,
I don't have that. Like we were talking before, so I got a pair of Sambas and I had to take the arch support out. I have a pretty good arch, if I do say so myself. You have never seen my arch. You haven't seen the arch.
No, it's pretty sexy. I'm pretty amazed by it.
But I had to take the support out, and it's like, do I need to take the support out if I have an arch?
No.
You don't need the support if you have an arch.
Look, you're by no means a fat guy or anything like that, but the weight of your body is going to pretty much compress on whatever the minimal arch support is that Adidas Samba is giving to your shoe. Within a couple days, you're not even going to notice whatever arch support they claim to have, unless you go out and buy like a $50 plus like arch support plantar fasciitis, insole. Whatever they give you in a shoe like that, it's not designed to like correct anything or truly support.
Well, I've already taken the arch support out.
Well, then this whole conversation is moot.
I mean, it is, but I'm just wondering, like, am I supposed to use arch support if I have an arch, or am I supposed to use arch support if I don't?
I think it's whatever's comfortable for you. Because I don't think I have an arch, because I've been like a flat shoe guy since like I was a kid.
But that doesn't have anything to do with your feet.
I think it does, because from what I've been told, if you wear flat shoes, so your Converse, Vans, etc., those types of shoes, what will happen is your foot basically loses its arch because there's nothing there supporting it and pushing it in the first place.
I don't agree. I would like to see the white paper on that. I think what it is that the more that you use your foot, okay, let me give you some background. I come from a natural running background. Like I'm not a marathon runner by any means, but I've ran half marathons. I've run several 5Ks, done a lot of training, la-ti-da. And running in natural shoes, like zero drop, just flat.
Barefoot shoes?
Yeah, you could toe shoes, Vibrams, all that kind of stuff. The thing with this Don Jovi's really awful.
Bon Jovi does.
It sucks, big time. But like running in those, even if you have a arch or you don't, it's not. They do sell like supination, pronation shoes, which are more like the way that your feet point, more so than like your arch. But you don't. It just some shoes have arch support and some don't, unless you have collapsed arches, which is a whole nother thing.
Well, I don't think it's something that's like
the genetic thing. I think arches.
You're probably just as right, if not more right. But I don't think that what I'm saying is necessarily like if you wear a pair of Chucks that you're going to have like flat feet within a week. I think it's something that's developed by the fact that like for the most part have almost always worn flat shoes. So now it feels weird to me when I do wear something with arch support because all of a sudden there's support there where there might not have been ever before.
Well, I think a lot of the argument too is that for natural running or for zero drops or for non-supportive shoes is that this is such a ridiculous conversation that we're having. And hey, welcome to Shoot the Shit. But
this is what we
talk about when we go and drink.
You guys listen to us. This is what we do when we're not talking about a movie.
This is what we edit out.
Yeah.
So basically, like the whole argument for natural running and everything, and some people run without shoes, like barefoot running and everything, is that, well, you're not born with shoes, and shoes weren't a thing, and you shouldn't put your kids in shoes with padding. Did you ever, total tangent, because that's what this is going to be. Did you ever watch Dual Survival, that show that was on Discovery with the two guys, and Corey Lundeen was the guy that was a barefoot guy, and they would basically do like a Survivor Man kind of show, but it was two guys, and one guy was supposed to be like this military he was like an army ranger, and after the fact things came out and he like falsified a bunch of his stolen valor claims. But the other guy was like a barefoot naturalist, not a nature guy, even though I play one on TV. But he would like go out and do all this shit, and he was like a barefoot. He would like I'm spitting all over the place. I apologize. It's on your short there. This is why we do things remote. But he would.
I don't mind being spat on.
He would be in the Arctic Circle, no shoes on, and he's like, you just gotta walk different. You know, you gotta train yourself to walk so you're not like heel first all the time.
Okay.
Shoes train you to walk on your heels.
Barefoot or arch support aside, I'm not walking around the Arctic without shoes on, even in like a well.
He ended up putting something on his feet.
I would hope so, because he wouldn't have feet.
Rags, old
fire
tampons, fire would be a thing that he might put on his feet.
They have this in cans. I'm kind of happy about that.
Ambrosia?
No.
You gonna pick some up?
I think I might.
You gotta come back on Monday.
I'm not coming back on Monday, more than likely. Because I think about that type of stuff. Like, what would be better when I'm already on other drugs to enhance this intoxicant? So there is no format to this. So, I mean, we can go as long or short. I mean,
as long as the battery lasts.
Yeah, basically. I do not like Bon Jovi in any way, shape, or form. So, we have mentioned in future installments of this, there might actually be a list of
structure,
like things to talk about. Like I might actually write something down, or Sean might write something down.
Might bring a laptop and look things up online.
In full transparency, I was like, hey, I'm not doing anything. What are you doing today? And I said, nothing. That we already had
and this is
several beers before we got here. So.
This is my first.
You're a bad liar.
Not until you said something.
Yeah, well, I don't want people to think you're behaving. That would be boring. So
we might just end this.
I think that's probably a good idea, because I kind of feel like we're faltering. So anyway, this is something that we'll do more of. These will be kind of like, almost think of this more as like a live stream than a podcast.
Yeah, that's supplementary.
But something that we will be doing not live very often, if at all. I don't even know if that's going to be an option. It's not part of the plan. We want to do more live streams for you guys anyway, because it's something that, frankly, it's easy to do, and like it's really just an excuse for us to shoot the shit when we're not sitting right next to each other like this. But yeah, we'll be doing more of these. You'll see these primarily on our YouTube channel. So if you're not following us on YouTube, do that. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't followed us, probably should.
Crap.town.
Crap.town, yourunpodcast.com, all that good stuff. So there's going to be more of this to come. These will become more structured. This is really meant to be more of an intro. We might talk about feet more, even though I don't like feet. Do you like feet? I don't like feet.
Feet are okay. I mean, I'm not into them that way, but feet are fine. Almost everybody has them.
Yeah, almost. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to wrap it for here. This is more of an intro to this
Proof of concept.
Yeah, so expect more of this, whether it's here, other bars, wherever the fuck we end up. This rig is pretty portable, and we'll go from there. Like anything else, if you want to hear something specific, if you want to have us commentate on something, talk about something.
Yeah, give us topics.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. That's off the top of the dome. If you've got some topics that you want us to talk about, you want to hear our opinions on, which I don't know why you would, but if there are opinions you want us to give, let us know.
And that's not limited to film or horror or whatever. We're not going to talk about politics, and we're not going to talk about religion. So we're going to leave those two big bugaboos out. Past that, you want to ask us about something, drop us a line, leave it in the comments, or send it to any of the other places that we always say, at Dewey Podmonster, Craptown, all that good stuff. We'll be doing this soon. We're already talking about going somewhere next week, so we'll probably bring a camera and talk again next week, assuming that we do that. Whose fucking hot dog is this?
Whose hot dog is this, huh? Is it yours?
All right. Cheers, guys.